Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the In the Psychic Flow Show with Carolan Carey.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to In the Psychic Flow. So nice to have you all join us tonight. Getting closer and closer to when Santa comes. So let's see what he has in store for you tonight. A couple of little announcements before I bring on my special guest, who is remarkable and I hope well known to you. And if she isn't, we're going to give her contact information. Never too late to think of that special someone that needs a special gift. Could use a reading by our special guest psychic, Joanne Leo. I'm going to bring on one moment. On YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell, please, because we could use all the help we can get. And that way you'll know the next time we go live. On Rumble, you can give us a thumbs up or a plus. That's a Rumble. You can donate to the show via super sticker on here on Facebook. On YouTube. And on Rumble, you can use my Venmo account, Carolan-Carey on Rumble. And Joanne has one too. We have a tip jar for Joanne. And I think it's psychic. I think it's Joanne-Leo, but I think Tiffany has it. She'll put it up. Here's my website, carolancarey.com. The bell when you, Tammy, and the bell when you're on, to subscribe on YouTube for your accolades. There's a bell there. You can like, subscribe, and a bell drops down, and you can ring that. And if you pick all, then you'll know when all the notifications for when In the Psychic Flow is live again. What else was I going to tell you? Okay, so you do not have to make a super sticker tonight, but it certainly helps your chances of getting a reading first. If we have a long line, we do take our super stickers first. And what will happen for them is Joanne will do a reading for them, a brief mini reading so you can sample her work. And maybe I will give a word for our super stickers, just a little word from spirit. Everyone else, we're going to let Joanne handle. And she's going to just do a little mini reading tonight, just a sample of her work. Let me introduce Psychic Joanne Leo to you. If you have not met her before, here's Joanne.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
Great.
Good.
I'm looking forward to our show tonight.
Great. Well, I think we're going to have a busy show. We have a lot of people lined up already. And for those that are listening and not watching, if you're driving home and you're listening on Spotify or one of the other audio platforms, I'll read out the validations that Joanne and I get in response to the reading so that you'll know that we're not barking up the wrong street and when we're spot on. So you can follow along. Okay. So just because you're driving home from work doesn't mean you can't follow what's going on. We will do our best to keep you appraised of that. Mm-hmm. Joanne was a six-figure corporate exec who had a change of plans, found a different route in her sole purpose, or one of her sole purposes, and that is to help other people, life coaching, psychic numerology, tarot with a twist, and readings from the heart. Joanne also does family charts, quite interesting. And although not an astrologer, she's familiar with that, but she's very big on what numbers mean, their meanings, and the meanings of the numbers of your name, because every name has a number as well, your master number and all that. So I will let Joanne explain all that. She's excellent at what she does. Don't forget, they make excellent gifts, a personalized, unique reading from Psychic Joanne Leo. No one else does what she does. Joanne, go ahead and talk about yourself a moment.
Well, for those that are brand new to this, jumped on tonight, your soul never dies. And our soul has to complete so many lessons that it'd be incredible to try to do it in one lifetime. We have to be everything. And so there's lessons to learn. But the neat thing is that your soul in this lifetime, when you were up in heaven, you made a blueprint. You chose your mother, your father, your siblings, your relatives, your schools, your mates, your children, your career, your hobbies, everything was in your blueprint. And and as you mentioned, families, it's really incredible to see the soul connections and lessons between each member of the families and why they're there, the good, the bad, the indifferent, or whatever. Um, there's always a great lesson to learn. And Carolan, as you know, as I do in my readings and in my life coaching, life is all about it's either a lesson or a blessing. It's one of the two. And the great thing about lessons, even though that some may hurt or may not be great, there's always something that can make us a better person or to teach us, something different and to take a different road on making decisions or actions. So it's really incredible. I'm grateful for the gift that I have. Um, it changed in 2007 and became channeled because I do have my master's in numerology as well. So I look forward to working with everybody tonight and getting some great messages.
Great. Well, we have some lovely people. We got Ruth on here, Ruth Saltman. Nice to see you here. We'll get her in a few minutes. I'm looking for, hi, Richard. I'm looking for Gigi's date of birth. Oh, here it is. February 29th. I don't have a year on that, but.
That's okay. Because I'm just doing what's currently going on. When I do more detailed stuff, we'll get into their birth year, but okay. So right now, and I think Gigi and I have talked before, but the incredible thing is it's like putting a wrap on things for the last 18 months, though, Gigi. So you really have, and I want to say November, so that'll be a year. So we've got May. May, it's gonna be like all your speed bumps are behind you, but lessons learned. I really think that whenever I've gone through this cycle and clients that I've worked with for many years, now I'm working with their children and I mean their grandchildren and children. I've done their children over the years, but I think what's exciting here is even though that you might have to go through some challenges in these 18 months, people, places, and things, there will be something that you're going to come out on the other side of this in May, stronger, happier, more focused, and resetting your goals. So I would get excited about that. I know you don't like trauma, but you need to follow your gut feeling. If it doesn't feel right, talk right, think right, act right, behave right, or whatever, pay attention to how you feel about it, and then don't discount it. There is no logic to intuition. Zero. Zippo. Okay?
Great job, Joanne. Thank you. Gigi says, cute hairstyles today, lady. And lipsticks. Tiffany's saying she likes the lipsticks. We'd like to leave a tip for Joanne. It is via Venmo. Include the dash at Psychic Joanne with two N's, E-Leo. It is here in the comment column. So I'm just reading it out. Her website is Psychic Joanne Leo. Joanne is Joanne, Leo like the lion, leo.com. So check that out. So also, I have to give Gigi a word, don't I? Let's see. Gigi. I want to say I have that wonderful uncle of yours who's saying, spike the punch. Let's get this party rolling tonight, is my feeling with him. And very happy with a Santa hat on, very happy, go lucky kind of guy. And talking about something about meatballs, which of course would make sense in your family, meatballs, but also something stewed, like I don't know if there was stuffed cabbage or something with stewed something. So he's talking about sampling the food, the buffet, or the dinner table. I'm seeing the dinner table, and quite happy-go-lucky he is on the other side. I don't think he quite was that way here, but he's free of all the things that bothered him here, the problems that he had. And he's like, he's talking about something about writing a song, Gigi, or lyrics to a song about ramshackle roadshow or something like that. Something with those words, like something about a roadshow, rambling something kind of guy. He says, write something about me. So anyway, that's the word from him. I hope that you can take that. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Gigi, as always. Let's see. Heartbeats is Gigi's book, and is all. You can catch her on Instagram. Please follow her there. Our other super sticker is Tamian Wood, and she is, let's see if I can get a birth date for her, 12/15/61.
Well,
my birthday 12/15 too, Tamian.
And who else's birthday is 12/15?
Hey.
Yes, and Camille.
Oh, Camille, yes, of course. So there's three of us there.
So they got three of you there.
Yeah. Camille is Joanne's daughter.
She is, yeah. So,
it's kind of hard to hear me.
Let me ask how she spells that. Is that T-A-M? How is it spelled?
I-A-N.
Okay.
Oops.
So just by your name alone, I know that you're a very strong person, or could be very strong-willed, smart. By the same token, likes things organized, and doesn't really like a lot of drama. So that's really kind of conflicting a little bit, because you don't like drama, but you're pretty sure on your footing, or the path that you're taking, or decisions you make. This has been a year of like ups and downs, in and out, all around. And if I would have talked to you at the beginning of the year, I'd say make your middle name flexible to get through the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs. But the good news is I think once we hit into January, you're going to feel like a sigh of relief of things leveling out or getting more, excuse me, a more smooth road. Right now, let's see here. I guess the thing I want to say to you, because you're in this cycle, like I call it the fall cycle, it's October, November, December, wrapping up the year here. It's kind of like get out of your own way. Don't get stuck into just the same old, or this is the way it is. I want you to start getting into the idea of what else is possible. What's the big picture? What else is possible? That's how miracles are created. That's how we get our aha moments. So I encourage you to do that, especially before we hit the January cycle, okay? And as far as anything to do in the home or any disruptions with the family, it's kind of like you got to stay into neutral. That would be my best advice. Stay in neutral.
Great reading. Okay. Our next. Oh, I have to give she said it's like Tammy, but Tamian word. Tamian. That always throws me. Beautiful name, but always throws me. But you'll have to excuse me. I'm from New York and New Jersey, and I really only speak Jersey. So sorry. Let me see what I can think for. Who do I have in spirit for you? I have an older, I want to say grandfather, Tamian. I want to say grandfather for you. And I'm talking about that, I'm seeing that ribbon candy. Have you ever seen that? It's like a ribbon, an actual ribbon, and it's white and red and green. It's very Christmassy looking. And you would see it where, like down Jersey Shore, wherever they have confectioners. But years ago, it was much more common. But I'm seeing that kind of candy. And I'm seeing somebody that has he liked like boiled. I'm getting the word boiled sweet, so we would call hard candy. So I have a gentleman, and I think he also smelled like Vicks Vapor Rub. And I don't know why that is, but I have an older gentleman, maybe in his later years, he wasn't feeling well. Maybe he took Vicks cough drops or something, but you might remember that smell. But I have an older gentleman, I believe to be your grandfather. I want to say maybe mom, I feel mom's side. I'm drawn to mom's side. So let me know. And I want to say to you, remember the joy before we became cynical, before we became grown up, before we became basically a PIA, you know what I mean, about Christmas, before we lost the joy and the magic. Remember back to our childhood, back to when you were maybe 10. Remember those days. And that's a message from your grandfather. I hope that you can take that. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really appreciate you. Thank you for your super sticker. Okay, if I get any feedback, I will let you know. Hello, Linnell. Nice to see you here. Hi, Sarah. Super Space Cookie. Nice to see you. We have Richard Riddle with us. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to get to you next, Richard. And let me see. I wanted to point out, I do have, and Ruth Saltman is here. Let's see. Richard Riddle, we got, let me just mention Kim Smith, Sugar Magnolia is here. She is my sponsor for this month. About halfway through, we're going to, like another 15 minutes, we have a terrific commercial promoting Kim's work and what she creates. So we will be showing that. Sugar, let me give you Richard's date of birth here. And while you work on that, I'm going to give a word to Sugar, to Kim, excuse me. Richard Riddle is 9/11/71. So if you could work on him a moment, I will shoot back up here. Sugar Magnolia, who is Kim, my special sponsor this month. Thank you so much, Kim, for being so dedicated, wonderful, following all the shows. Really appreciate you. She says, hi, everyone. I would love to get a message from my neighbor, Mitch Shepard, from his mom, Helen, who just passed, if possible. Okay, so this is the lady. I kind of feel like I want to talk about stuffed cabbage or something here, hon. I think that's what I was getting before for Gigi. Don't think that your family doesn't know before you do that you're going to be getting a reading, because they come into the green room, I kind of call it. I have this lovely lady. I feel very kind of bronchitis kind of feeling with her for a while. She says, I suffer no more. I also feel that there is, she comes from a family that English was a second language. I feel that there's some kind of ethnic quality to her family upbringing, something like she spoke another language perhaps, or her mother did, something like that. And I feel that a lot of wheezing with her. I feel that is gone. I want to let her son know that is gone. And she said, I saw this. She's saying to me, I saw this brilliant light. What's his name? Mitch. I saw this brilliant light, and I went and I saw my sister, my father. I feel like I have a brother. Someone has a brother there. So Helen may have a brother there. So if you could verify that, Kim, with Mitch, that would be great. If you could pass this message on, let him. And I also want to say something about Catholicism, a Catholic church or something there. And I want to say thank you for all that you did. I feel like I had pneumonia or bronchitis or something at some point, and but she doesn't have that anymore. So she's talking about seeing a brilliant light, her sister, brother, her mother, and just like old times. And I really feel like I want to say, I think I was giving this to Gigi. I want to say like stewed tomatoes, stuffed cabbage, something like that. Some special dish, shepherd's pie, maybe something special. And she's enjoying herself on the other side. And she says she's telling Mitch, don't cry for me. You won't be alone for Christmas. So God bless you. Pass that message on to Mitch. Thank you, Kim, for being my sponsor. Okay, let's get to Richard's message, and then we'll go to Ruth.
Well, Richard, good evening. I know that you're a sensitive soul, and you've been spiritual or a healer of some sort in 3 lifetimes. I don't know if I've ever told you that before, but your birth date, the day that you were born, is a very significant master number. So, it's a gift from God, and we have to treasure that or learn to put our shoes on into it. Sometimes, like I said, people who have those gut feelings or intuitive feelings or a knowingness, uh, there's no logic to it. So you're a little bit of a dichotomy because you're super sensitive. You hold a lot of things inside, not good. Uh, you need to learn to speak in I statements so that you represent yourself. It's not argumentative or anything like that. It just is because there's no fight with I. So when that was said, I was uncomfortable. When that happened, I was embarrassed. When that was said, I was hurt. Uh, Very important that you learn to speak your truth because a lot of times you take things on the chin, not so good. Okay. This is a year of like a big giant scale. Sometimes it was even, sometimes it was this way, sometimes it was that way. So um, it's all about decisions. It's all about not over processing, not expecting perfectionism, but being a good discernment. I like that word for this personal year that you're in, and we're getting ready to wrap it up. But it's since your birthday, I think that you're going to find from September to September that you need to see what else is possible and looking for um, the pros instead of the cons first. What are the pros? Then look at the cons and get out of your head and get it onto paper so that you're not doing the ring around the rosy. So I think that December is a better month for you. A lot of times with the holidays, it's not always, some people go through, a lot of different emotions. But this is one for you to stand strong in your shoes, Richard, and enjoy the month of December. And we're going to get into a really strong year for you next year, which Carolan and I will probably do our January New Year thing. So with that, I say Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. And thank you, Richard, for joining us. Let me just read a couple of comments. Kim is saying she asked me to read for her neighbor, Mitch. His mother just passed, Helen, said that she definitely had breathing issues for years, and that is how she passed. And who else? Oh, Tamian had said she doesn't know. She's from the UK, which is good. Okay. Thank you for joining us. I did not know a single grandparent at all out of 4 families. So that may not make sense here, but I'm going to tell you, boiled sweets, that is something you would say in the UK. You would not say that here. So you would say hard candy here. Boiled sweets, I think it comes from the process that they use in the UK. So you're going to have to do a little digging on that. But just because you don't know who they are doesn't mean they're not looking out for you. So
That's
I
right.
hope that someday you'll be flipping through the family album or talk to somebody and you'll find out who's who. Okay. Let me see. Now, we wanted to do Ruth. Ruth Saltman is on here, inspirational soul, author of 3 books, ABCs of, is it ABCs of Grief, Ruth? The ABCs of Grief or Gratitude? I forget now. Anyway, I'm so sorry about that. She has 3 wonderful books, Ruth. Check out her show, Goldylocks Productions. I think she's Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Her date of birth is 4/4/63. So let's see. So I hope you will check Ruth's show out. Wonderful gal. I like that she gives a practical spiritual guidance, intuitiveness, or intuitive readings. She's a very practical gal, and I really appreciate that about you, Ruth. Let's see. And she has an interesting family. So I can say that in Sarah. Oh, I got to get to Sarah too.
Okay.
Richard Riddle says, thank you, Joanne, so much. Thank you.
That's wonderful. God bless you, Richard. Um, well, let's do Ruth.
Yes.
This is very interesting because right now, I want to tell Ruth to make, if there's something to do with writing or some, it could be legal papers or a contract or something that's significant. Let's dot the I's, cross the T's, and make sure that you're well protected. And any decision making or anything that you have to do in writing on. Okay. Also, too, what she's
point.
like the salt of the earth. If I would say anything about Ruth, and I have never personally met her, but reading into her soul, I know that she's a giver. I know that she probably gives too much of herself, but by the same token, too, she's a natural born leader in a soft kind of way. I don't know how. I don't know how to. I've never met her. I don't know her, but that's what Spirit tells me. So she has a great way of communicating, and it's with the pen, which is great. I'm a platform speaker. Ruth would have to do some shoring up, sensitive wise, to get on a platform. Do you understand? But I'm a Chicago girl, I'm a city girl. So even though I've been in Florida all these years, you can't take that out of this girl. Right. So I get that. But Ruth is the salt of the earth. She's as genuine as they come. I would say that October, November, and December, it's a spiritual thing. Some spiritual understanding, maybe some spiritual information flowing towards the end goal. Okay. So I don't know if she's writing something new, but that's what Spirit tells me. It's flowing towards an end goal. And I don't know. I want to say that I want her to be more visible or more virtual or more something. Okay. But with my gift, it's a download from heaven, folks. So this is not something you're going to find in a book or a computer. So I just have to give you as I get it. So I definitely feel that there's something, we got to put a ribbon around it. We got to put the bow on it. Okay. There's something, I've got the package, I got the wrapping, but I need the bow. And I'll leave you with that, Ruth. God bless you.
Great reading. I'm nodding because I've read for Ruth a few times, and a few of us have, because Ruth joins all the shows, and we get on her show, and a few of us have see big things coming for her, and I see I think what you're talking about maybe contracts. Like I see her being interviewed on a video show, like somebody else's show, not just on Goldylocks, but somewhere else, like a network show or something to that effect. I also wanted to read. So I see big things coming for her. Also, Chi-Town veteran right here. Gigi is a Chicago town veteran as well. She wants to let you know. And what was I say? I had mangled Ruth's books, the titles: ABCs of Unconditional Love and the ABCs of Forgiveness. Those are two. She's got 3, and I think she's got 5 in her, so she's got a few more. They're available on Amazon as well. So please check that out if you're looking for gift ideas for that special person. We've given you a couple here. You can book a wonderful reading with for a loved one or a special friend, a significant other. With Joanne Leo, we'll read you the riot act if you need it or not. And tell you what your capabilities are, your potential is, what your pitfalls are, what to watch out for. That's very important because I think sometimes we go through life with blinders on. Once you know what the story of your numbers tells Joanne, once you have that information, then you're like, you're armed. Like now you can go into the ring with boxing gloves on, kind of thing. You can duck and dive, and you have something behind you. Otherwise, you're just kind of like flailing away. So anyway, I think that's great advice. Thank you, Joanne, for that. Richard says, and a metamorphosis of the Philip. I don't know what that means. He was in relationship to your
Maybe
read.
is he saying a metamorphosis, maybe of Philip that was in the Bible?
Oh, okay. Maybe. But this is what he's sharing.
Okay.
So,
Along with what Ruth's doing too, the theme that's going to be that you and I are going to address in January is the three things that I use in all my readings, and that starts with you, which is love yourself. I love myself. I forgive myself, and I totally and completely accept myself. That's not an easy road to hoe, but we're going to talk about that in January.
Good. Soul. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Richard, for joining us. Thank you, Ruth. Ruth says, thank you so much, Joanne and Carolan. Great messages. Much appreciated. Okay. Where are we? Let's see. Super Space Cookie is Sarah, Sarah. And her birth date is 7/24/81. And Sarah is also an entrepreneur. And she has some lovely gifts. Oh, and we're just about, as soon as we finish this one, then we're going to go to our commercial break, Tiffany. Is that okay? So as soon as Joanne's finished here.
What is really interesting here, I got Gigi, Tamian, and Sarah. They're all in this cycle this year. No, I take it back. Gigi and Sarah, not Tamian. Okay. It's really amazing here because this is kind of like lessons learned. People, places, and things will be the clues for the 18 months. So let me look at Sarah. Hers started in April. So we'll go to April till October of next year. People, places, and things. And even though when we get into January and I give new messages, because the neat thing about doing the soul work, it's not only just your name on your birth certificate, your birth date moves. So every time that I get on Carolan's show, I can look at the month, the year of what's going on, and we can go by the weeks if we have to. If there's a question, I can figure it out. So it's not, it's great to get your whole picture, like Carolan was saying, because with Sarah, you're smart, you're strong, you can be a little on the stubborn side, but you're soft and you're sensitive, and people don't see that because all they see is the warrior strength of the strong Sarah taking, marching along, or I'll figure it out, or I'll handle it, or I'll do it. Okay. And a lot of times you need the spa days. Okay. You need a spa day. You need to nurture yourself. So I want to say that as far as anything that has to do with work or career-wise, things were a little bit of in flux, but I feel that there's changes coming. And I don't think they've all been worked out yet, but I think the breath of fresh air starts when we get into this 2022, which I'm excited about. Folks, I really, really have good feelings about 2022. Good. So I'll leave you with that, Sarah.
Thank you for joining us, Sarah. Great reading. I think we'll go to our commercial now, if it's okay with Tiffany. And that's a lively commercial, isn't it? Thank you for joining us, Kim. And thank you for sponsoring me this month. Robin is joining us. And I just wanted to say one comment. Remember when I said metamorphosis, Riddle was talking about that? Richard was talking about Ruth's first book, Metamorphosis, A Journey of the Soul. That's what he was trying to get at. So thank you, Ruth, for correcting us on that. I didn't quite get that. And we have Kim Smith's Facebook page is on Facebook, CB, C as in Carol, B as a boy, Delights Store. So that is her, where you can contact Kim for purchasing her products. And we have Robin from Robin's Cosmic Soul Food joining us tonight. Great show. I think is that Tuesdays at 8:00, Robin? Great intuitive reader, psychic medium. Her date of birth is 6/16/69, Joanne. And Robin is ROBYN.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, that's really kind of interesting here too, Robin, because one of your big lessons in this lifetime is because you don't like drama, but your lesson was not to hold everything inside, because people, or when I get this kind of feeling, it's stomach or colon issues or that kind of thing, because you're not voicing what you need to do, but you should always use your intuition to guide you. But you need to learn to speak your truth. It's kind of like Richard, you're in that same ballpark where you need to learn to speak with I statements. The great thing about doing the soul work that I do is that I really feel like I can peel the onion. I can really help people understand the inside out of what their mission is, or what their strengths are, or what they came here to learn. And, I do feel that you are significant. I think that you're a fixer, and you've got to be very careful, because people could take advantage of you. I think you're too hard on yourself. You could be a little picky, and definitely perfection will not be your friend. It's nobody's friend, really, because there's nothing perfect. The only thing I know that's perfect is God. So we can give that up, because we can't handle that job anyway. But I do feel like you're in, and it's really amazing how God works. When I've done shows with Carolan, people will line up and sit at the table, and I swear to God, it would be one right after another would be in the same kind of personal year. So here I have Robin, Sarah, and Gigi in the same vein of working on that 18-month cycle, which is how we reprogram ourselves, how we retool ourselves with people, places, and things, what we need to keep. It's like going up into an attic. You open the door and you go, oh my God, I've been stuffing this up here for 8 years. People, places, and things. And you look and you go, why did I ever put this here? That's going. This is a treasure. This I'm going to think about. Same thing with people, places, and things. A lot of times people will change jobs in this cycle. They'll go to school. They'll take classes. A friendship that they've had for many years may dissipate. And it could be crushing. People move. It's really, really a thing of just taking an absolute magnifying glass on your last 8 years. And then it's also about healing yourself, okay? Mm-hmm. Or working with me, or, call me. Now, in Robin's case, alcohol, drugs, morals are a testing ground in her chart this year, not this year, in her birth chart. Okay. So whether it's people that interact with you, Robin, or you yourself have had to battle anything like that, you might be a real stickler when it comes to morals or alcohol and drugs. You would just be the total opposite, because it took you out in one of your lifetimes. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So it's a good thing. So this is a real good cycle for you to clean out the attic. What are your treasures? What needs to go? Mm-hmm. And what stays?
Yeah. I think that's true for a lot of us, Joanne. I'm feeling that everything that you're saying for Robin, I'm feeling for myself that I've been, oh, that's what I'm going through. And I like the way that you put it, going up into the attic. This is a treasure. This is, why did I ever keep this? I see myself going through that too. So maybe this, with the virus and all this kind of stuff, where people are isolating more, or staying home, or not traveling, maybe we have more time for introspection, I guess. I don't know. Robin says, I do hold stuff inside. And so there you go. And Robin's Cosmic Soul Food, you can catch on Goldylocks Productions, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There you go. Let me see what else we have. I wasn't going to ask, but I would love a reading, Joanne, because my birthday is coming up.
Well, I like to, we're going to use your initials and your birthday, because I want to, what's your middle initial?
Well, I was born CAC, right?
Okay. I like that. Okay. So naturally born to communicate, to write, to speak, to do what you do, to communicate. You've got double communication numbers. So whether it's in this plane or it's in heaven's plane, you're meant to do what you're doing. Very strong, very smart, very easy, quick study.
I'm writing this down.
I want to look at your year a little bit differently here. This is kind of like, the craziness that we've been going through. What's up? What's down? What's in? What's out? Do this, do that. No, don't do this. Don't do that. It's like craziness, but it's exciting though too. And I'm sure with your show and with your clients and your pups and the kitty cat, I can't forget her. The beat goes on with you. The thing is, this is about nurturing yourself. You've got to take the time to nurture Carol Ann, because Carol Ann nurtures everybody else. And that's natural, because with that 15th birthday, very strong, definitely has charisma, definitely has got that zip, zap, and zing, I love Jersey girls, because Jersey girls are close to Chicago girls, and Chicago girls are close to Jersey girls, but I think the thing is that we're caring. We tend to be the fixers of the world. Yeah. And the big lesson is that fixers wind up victims. So we have to learn to give advice and take our hands off. Make a suggestion. You may want to look here. You may want to research that. You may want to look that up. You may want to talk to so-and-so. You may want to call over to that department or that particular business or whatever. And then you take your hands off and say, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Because I know myself too, that I had to learn to do that. Mm-hmm. And it's right in your chart. It's right there. Because you're giving, you're loving, you got a sense of humor, you've got all these communication skills, and a quick study. You're a quick study. So a lot of people see that and they're lazy, or they don't have the inertia to do it, or they don't want to do it. So they look for the fixers. They look for the fixers. It's like you got a big F on your forehead that says, fix me. But they're never going to fix themselves, Carol Ann. Okay. Mm-hmm. All the fixing we do. Okay. I had to learn that even, at a younger age, when I was doing all the spiritual studies. I started studying when I was 28. I'm 74. Yeah. So it's been lessons learned. When I've learned the lesson, I pass it on to my clients, because I want to help them just from my skin knees, so to speak, or skin nose, however you want to look at it. But, next year, you're definitely more of, with the home, with being true to yourself, nurturing yourself, doing your work. It's going to take on a whole different experience, So I don't know if you're going to be doing. I know that I'm doing more virtual work, so you may be doing more virtual stuff too, as well. Because we can get to all parts of the world. We don't need to hop on a plane and get in a car. I found that out, and I'm not too techie. But I did find out that when you do the spiritual work, like you and I connect with spirits, mine's a download from heaven, yours is a download from heaven. Well, guess what? They don't need to be here. All I need is their name and their birth date, and I'm there.
Right.
You have to just go to within yourself, and you're right there as well. So that's what people need to understand, though. But I think that this is a time for changes and being flexible. God knows we've had to be flexible in 2021.
Right.
Nothing was steady as she goes. It was from day to day, week to week, month to month. Now we're doing this. No, we're not going to do that. Well, let's do this. No, we're not going to do that. Or yes, no. So we're going into 2022. I love it because, too, if you think about it, as a scale, it's balanced, it's smooth. It's like you want harmony. It's harmony. And so in 2022, if things get like this, the universal world is not going to be able to handle it. It's got to get righted. So as it is for the universe, is so for us as well. Now, how it plays into your chart, that's another thing. But in your particular chart, it vibrates very strong for you in 2022.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I did take that advice. You gave me that a couple of years ago, and it's taken a while for it to come to fruition, where I'm learning to, like, okay, I said what I had to say. That's it. All right. I'm not going to go back to it. I'm going to let it go. If they feel that I'm just, I said what I had to say. Now I'm done. That's it. I'm going to keep my mouth shut, not say anything else. Let them handle it. I don't have to fix anything.
Another good analogy, especially with your soul work. It's like, think about a crossing guard. What does a crossing guard do? They have a stop sign in their hand. Is the stop sign always up? No. When do they use the stop sign? They use it to direct traffic, stop traffic, keep the flow of traffic, protect people. Look at all the things a little stop sign does, right?
Yeah.
In your heart, mind, and soul, you got to be a good crossing guard.
Excellent.
That's
great analogy.
Wisdom.
Very good.
Well, it's in my book. So you have to be a good crossing guard.
Excellent.
What you accept, what you don't accept. There's a lot of ways to say no, Carolan.
Yes.
Not at this time. I'll take a rain check. Let me get back to you on that. Those are all no's. People are so worried about, what are other people going to think? You have to worry about what you think.
Yeah.
No school teaches you to love yourself. Where did you ever hear that? In kindergarten? High school? Grammar school? No. Nobody's ever taught you to love yourself.
Right.
Oh, that's narcissistic or that's selfish. No, that's not true. You have to love yourself. We're all children of God, period, end of story. So start with yourself, love yourself, and then everybody else benefits.
Great messages. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I'm glad I got some time with you to snatch that reading. Thank you so much. Richard Riddle shares that you are looking great, Joanne. So he is giving you a little shout out there. Love it. We always enjoy Richard. Robin says she loves you both. And you were spot on, Joanne. Thank you so much. So, great. And she does hold stuff inside. Thank you bunches, Joanne. Much love to both of you from Sarah.
All right.
Let's see. We got Ruth's books, or 3 books on there. And check out Robin's show. Tamian says, thank you. Okay, we got Sugar Magnolia's Lady Helen in spirit for Mitch. We got that confirmation. Hi, Linnell. How are you, dear? If you want a message, put your date of birth on here. I got 10 minutes. So,
wow, did our time go by quick?
Almost. Yeah, we have about 10 minutes.
Wow.
I also wanted to share. So I mentioned the gifts. You can contact Psychic Joanne Leo website. Contact her, pay for a reading for a friend or family member. and you can schedule that with her. It's a great gift. Unique. You just heard her give me what my numbers are saying. So right on, because I am going through things. I've been in this house for years. I'm unpacking some stuff, and I still can't find other things. And I'm kind of repurposing things that I had and getting rid of some things that don't suit me anymore. But I noticed I did that with relationships, and I really kind of I understand why people don't kind of close the door on some things that are not good, because they don't want to be empty. Because I'm like, okay, I must be a real biatch, because I'm like closing that door. I'm like, I don't need this anymore. I don't need this in my life. I just don't. So it's not that I'm slamming a door. I just don't interact. I just drop it. And so it gets a little empty, and I'm thinking, what have I done? Well, you have to have room for other people. You have to have room for, people that you vibe with, I think is what I'm trying to say. So I hope you'll agree with that. But either that or I'm going to be one lonely biatch. But, it just doesn't suit me anymore. I just, just don't. Oh, here we go. Just not feeling it anymore. You know what I mean? What used to work for me doesn't work for me anymore. And that's okay. Linnell says August 9th is her. Leo live in the house. She says, I know you've had readings with Linnell. She has one, and Tamian has for a friend. She has a birthday for Natalie. So I think we can squeeze those two in.
Okay.
That worked out perfect. Thank you for that great reading. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You always give me some special ones as well, so I'm grateful. And remember, when you get your chart done too, it's got to be your full name on your birth certificate. You find out your karmic lessons too, from lifetime to lifetime. Okay, now let's see.
Interesting.
Okay, so Linnell. Oh my dear. Okay, so you got to really be careful what you put in writing and what you say. October, November, December. This is critical here. Now I know you being Miss Leo here. We zip, zoom, zap. I got it. We got the sizzle. Got it. I got it. But you need to think things through before you do your zip, zap, zoom, and sizzle. Okay? Yeah. Because I think you blurt things out or you say things, and then you have to live with what you put out there.
That's what I enjoy about Linnell. I really identify with her.
But here's the thing, Linnell. Did you ever hear of a boomerang, baby?
Yeah, you got to be careful. Okay. Yeah.
So my spirit's telling you, you better be careful, and you better duck when that boomerang comes back and hits you, because it's not going to miss. So it's words, actions, deeds. Words, actions, deeds, Linnell. Hear me on this, because this is going to follow you into next year. Be judicious. Be discerning. Those are two words. I don't use those words all the time, but when they come through, believe me when I tell you, when I got judicious, holy camole, I had to pay attention when it came through from my stuff.
Yeah.
So discernment.
I can see that.
Everything. Discernment is everything. They should teach this to children.
Oh,
how to be
absolutely.
Discerning. What's right? What's wrong? What's up? What's down? Nothing fantasy. It's what it is. Let's give the real, so that they can go out and face the world and they're not shocked when things come charging at them.
Right.
And they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
One of my clients today, her son went to the gym and he put his, bag in the locker. Of course, he didn't have a lock on it, and he's out a wallet and $350.
Shit.
So he doesn't understand. You don't put a lock on the locker? Hello?
Yeah.
So, discernment.
So Linnell got it. She's like, yep. Word, actions, deeds. And no, I don't need Natalie's full name, Tamian. I was going to interject on Joanne's reading with Linnell because I identify with Linnell a lot. We kind of blurt things out. But one way I've learned how to do things is just drop, like put the car in neutral and just leave it there. If I can't say what I want to say, but I don't want to engage, I just drop it. And I just let it go. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth using a hammer to open the window to get your point across. Sometimes it's not worth expressing your point, is what I'm saying. Does that sound right? And sometimes it's better just drop it.
It's interesting because I find that the closest relationships that I have are the people that are the real deal and speak to me, whether it's up, down, in or out. If we can agree to disagree, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
But those people are far and few between. I consider you to be one of my dearest friends.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. There's these qualities within a person, and they're so connected. I mean, I know we were so connected when I asked you for your birthday.
Yeah. Linnell says, great advice. She said, I'm a much better listener now, and that she just had this conversation with her mom today, and she's getting a new attorney as well. So
hallelujah. Well, what did I tell her? What did I tell her back when?
There you go. So let me get to Natalie here. Let me find a birth date. This is a friend, Natalie, Natalie, and her birthday is 7/23/61. Welcome, Natalie, to the show. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy your message with Joanne. So maybe I'll watch the replay, or maybe you'll catch us next time.
Well, the thing, Natalie, is that nothing's perfect, so I think you can be a little too hard on yourself. But I definitely feel like you're a go-getter. You like to set your sails, but you're too hard on yourself. Nothing's perfect. In fact, and Carolan's heard this many times in our shows, and I'm sure part of the audience has too, is that in my 40 years of doing the spiritual work, I have not met a happy perfectionist yet. I'm still looking, because nothing's perfect. And at the end of the day, you don't get that satisfaction that it was a good day. Nothing's perfect. So we got to do good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. That's what I say to you, Natalie. This is a powerful year for you to stand strong in your shoes and take a different direction, or be strong about the direction that you're going in. Because when January hits, you're going to start going into the attic. I don't know if you were on the show when I explained about the 18 months of us retooling ourselves and kind of going within and outside of ourselves, of people, places, and things, what serves us, what no longer serves us, what are our treasures. So in the attic, what's going to be donated, what am I trashing, and what are my treasures, and what am I going to think about? So you have those things coming up. But what I like about you is that you're very smart. You've got enough sensitivity. You got the sizzle, but you definitely put a lid on some things. Right in the middle of things, you either shut down or shut up or do something and stuff and put a lid on it. That's not good, because then you don't finally get the resolution you're looking for. Do you see what I'm saying?
Beautiful. So, we are at 8:59. We're right there, Joanne. That was perfect timing. Thank you, Tamian, for joining us. Linnell, Sugar Kim, Sarah, Richard, Ruth Saltman, Robin. Let me see who else I have on here. I want to give a shout out to. I think I got her. Sarah over Super Space Cookie. We got her. Linnell, Tamian, and Gigi, of course. Ruth, we got. Thank you so much. Don't forget, psychicjoanneleo.com. Check out the website for Joanne and see if you want to purchase a family reading or have a family chart done. Thank you for joining us. Join us next week, and I hope you will consider me your spirit connection. Thanks, Joanne. Great show.
Happy birthday, Monday.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.